Man, Davy is strutting up to the stand to get sworn in
It's not fun.
to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, except one pass.
Have it ready. I'm feeling past
Yeah.
coming up
Oh,
today.
really?
Yeah.
You really feeling like
Not in
you're
the
not,
mood?
Yeah.
you're not feeling forthwith with the info?
No, I'm feeling that y'all are being sneaky today.
Oh,
Oh,
whoa,
really?
Yeah, I feel it in the air.
No, I don't think so, Phil Collins. Your air is wrong. We got 3 questions that come from the room. We have 3 questions that come from the audience. You can hit us up 888-429-0941. His socials and everything is shut down. He
Yep.
can't see the text. You are first.
Pure honesty, Davy.
Pure honesty.
I'm here for it.
Who do you think is better in the bedroom? Orlando or Mark? And you have to tell me why you think one is better than the other with an explanation.
Wow. Okay. First of all, I'd like to say I've never thought about this.
Well, now you are.
Oh, man, come on. Don't lie.
It's never
Don't
come,
lie.
never come across my mind. I am going to say Mark for the
What?
reason.
Man,
Let me explain.
That's right.
This is Mark's
Real recognizes real. That's what it
you don't
is.
see this vibe I'm giving off over here?
we hear Mark all the time, every weekend, talking about his conquests and all
It's
that.
true.
He takes a lot of pride in it.
I do.
And I know for a fact he's had a lot of practice in the long term and the short
He
term.
did say it was quick on the trigger. a
I
couple
mean,
times.
he said he got a hair,
But the thing
a hair,
on the
a hair
situation.
trigger.
But the thing about Mark is once he gets booed up with somebody in a relationship once he has to bang them all the time, he loses interest. But the newbies, I feel like he puts his best foot forward.
I don't know, man.
Hey, lunch on me, homie. Got you today. You want
Wow.
Earl?
I
We
mean,
got
he
Earl.
look like he a tiny man.
But you
Some
have
people
to.
like to wrestle with a bear.
You also have to explain why you don't think Orlando.
No, I don't. It's not that I don't think he's bad. I'm just
Deflect.
If you had to,
I hear your 10 speeds wheels going backwards.
right. You a busy man. Mark ain't got a lot going on, other than
You got things to do.
extracurricular activities.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That's messed up. You could have passed that one, dog. You was gonna do me like that.
Oh, man.
Davy.
Okay.
My question for you is, and it came to me this morning. You just did a prom
Yes.
at where? Chamberlain High School?
Chamberlain High School.
I want to know your opinion because you do a lot of high schools, proms, and Sweet 16s or whatever. What do you think about the new or newer generation coming up? Like your opinion on them? How much different are they than, say, our generation? And are you concerned with like the next generation?
I think the generation coming up, one of the best attributes they have is they're a lot more tolerant than we are. I see things at these proms that when I was in high school, it would have had a totally different outcome. I'll put it out like the prom I did this past Saturday. There was a lot of men wearing dresses, like senior,
Like a kilt.
no, like a bedazzled prom dress,
Like a ball gown?
Yes, like a ball gown.
All right.
And there were
okay.
multiple of that, and nobody looked at them sideways.
Yeah.
It just seemed very normal for everybody. I was talking to teachers, and they say, yeah, they don't get really like harassed or bullied or something like that too bad. And where I'm thinking when I was in school, that it would have been totally different consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the generation coming up right now is a lot more tolerant. They're a lot more savvy with technology, but that is also like a double-edged sword. I feel like communication skills that are all-time low. People don't even want to talk to each other because they just want to text and DM. So there's a good and the bad with that.
All right. Okay.
But concerned, absolutely.
Concerned.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. Well, I'll keep it in the in that vein. Davy, my question for you is, have you ever in your DJ world played a song that bombed?
Oh, yes.
And if you did, and where you played a song and you thought it was going to get a great reaction and it was like, "Skirt," what was that song?
Oh, man. I played the most recent one is I remember playing Suavemente. And that's usually like a hit and everybody starts dancing, but the people were not feeling it. It was they that seemed very commercialized to them. They were like a Dominican family, and that was like going and playing like the Macarena.
Right,
And
yeah. You played yourself.
I played myself. Yeah, I've done favors for like artists, like local guys, played their records, and they totally bombed right in front of their eyes. I think I've ended a couple like careers like that.
Really?
Like, yeah, like artists will come to Sky is a perfect example. Like people think if you get your song hot at Sky, boom, I'm on, and you know they're right, but it's also a tough crowd.
Yeah.
And I've played records that did not go over well whatsoever.
You saw the dude over there in the corner like, hey man, I'm gonna get a barber at college.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm not rapping no more. I'm on Ivy Tech.
And then I've played songs that I didn't think would do well, like the Old Town Road. I played it at the prom just to see what would happen, and they loved it. Everybody was singing word for word. I didn't really expect that kind of reaction.
Okay.
So yeah, I played a couple.
All right,
bombs.
so you have not used your pass yet.
I'm saving it.
You still got it. Okay. I thought you was going to shoot off early. All right, 888-429-0941 if you want to get in with a question for Davy and get under the surface. Okay, it's time to get it in with Davy on the Plead the Fifth action.
Yeah.
Coming from the audience.
Yeah.
888-429-0941. He still has his pass. He hasn't used it. We did find out. Your question was?
It was, who was better in bed, Mark or Orlando?
Which he bumped his head. Picked Mark. Mark, your question was the state of the youth.
Yeah.
How he feels about them because he's immersed in them every weekend. And mine was what song he bombed with. Suavemente, besame. Okay. All right, so.
It's such a good song.
Yeah, that is a good song. If you're on a cruise ship. 888-429-0941. Let's see here. Your first question. My question would be, if you could shoot your shot with Meredith and no repercussions would happen, guaranteed, would you take it?
No. And let me tell you, because
Mark doesn't believe you.
I don't at all.
there is no easier way to mess up like chemistry, like work-wise, a vibe, than sleeping with somebody. And I value that over a temporary Pound Town. I'm being serious.
I think Meredith don't believe it.
No, I wouldn't. It would just it would mess up the vibe.
Even
for the
after
show.
some Hennessy?
Even after some Hennessy, Mark.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'm being real.
Listen,
Honestly.
I don't even.
I'd stay. I'd look, but I would.
Right, terrible.
I have a good one. It's gonna be a little difficult.
Okay.
Ask Davy to name, besides Joanna, your girlfriend, the best person he's ever had sex with. The person who had it the best.
Okay. Wow.
Was that just two different ways of saying it?
That'd be nice.
Person who's had it the best.
Yeah.
What is that?
Who you gave it to the best? Which is so your sexual experience?
Are we
who was the
basing this
best?
off his performance or the person's performance?
Just the best
I
night
think let's
he's
go
ever
with
had.
the woman. Who
I
is the
have
best
to say
woman?
their name.
That's what this text said. Yeah.
Yeah.
And explain.
Yeah.
What happened?
If to be 1,000% honest with you, I'm not sure what her name was. To be 100% real, but no. But
I like that.
It was this girl I met at the club one time, and she was like a bigger girl, and I had never been with a bigger girl before.
Go big girl, what you gonna do? Go
Yo,
big girl, what you gonna do?
She even stopped for snacks before she got to my house. I swear on everything.
What kind of snacks?
Taco Bell.
Oh, man.
You let her eat Taco Bell?
I did.
Before going to Pound Town?
Yeah.
Man, that couldn't have been good.
Right. But it was, though. It was.
That was a meal.
It was phenomenal. I don't know if it was.
You know what's gonna happen after I finish this Nacho Bel Grande, don't you?
I just remember, man. I just remember her booty just being like big old booty, like it was wide. You could land a plane on that thing, and it was. I had never experienced anything like that. Nor had I after, but it was just that. It was just all. It was great that night.
Do you feel chills when you drive by Taco Bell? That's all I wanna know.
Oh my God! Wow.
But in the spirit of Plead the Fifth, I would love to hit y'all with that rewind.
Damn
that
it,
flip
man.
back, the boomerang.
We get boomeranged on.
The
So
boomerang
this is
action.
where boomerang is where you can take one question that you answer and flip it back to the askers in here. That means that besides Anthony, Meredith.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Hold up.
I was gonna plead the fifth for that question, but I felt the
of
boomerang
course
was
you-
better.
Yeah.
Well, can Mark answer first? Because I got to go
No,
through.
we're going in the order. You're up, Meredith.
let's see
the
here.
best
The
I've ever
best.
had.
Yes, the best you've ever had.
Okay, so this comes to mind. I used to enjoy, trees back in college.
Okay.
And that would be something I would like to do beforehand with one of my exes. And so we would spend a lot of time in the bathroom and we would
What?
light up. And
You were high.
What's his name, though? That's the whole point of the question.
Yeah, the whole point.
We need
You
a
gotta say the
name.
name.
Okay, his name was Justin. And this was when I went to college up in Jacksonville. Anyway, so yeah, I used to just smoke all the time back in the day. And that would just
Okay.
made it so much
Wow,
better.
Jesus.
It made
Alright.
it so much better though.
Glad
It
you-
elevated everything. And we used to do it in the bathroom,
Was
in
he
the
a Rasta?
car, everywhere. And I used to get like hour-long massages from him, and it was
Oh.
just amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to
Alright.
get into it.
Y'all was into that tantra.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who was the best other than your current girl? Oh, I'm sorry.
I do thoroughly enjoy the one that that I hooked up with recently, but I will go with.
That ain't a commercial. He's trying to soften the blow.
Yeah.
He's trying to soften the blow. We know what you're
I
trying
mean,
to
it's
do.
really nice.
Oh, here you
really
go.
nice.
Can't pick that
There we
person.
go.
All right. I will go with. Her name is Ashley, back in Chicago. I really, really, really had a lot of fun with her.
Okay.
Well, yeah, good, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The current company excluded, so I can't
Correct.
stay in the safe zone. Josie was Josie.
How come I had to explain why, and you guys just get to go around just
We
like
said
naming
names.
somebody?
All right, well, I'll explain why Josie was like she was the she was wow.
Man.
Like she had a lot of suggestions that I hadn't entertained.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Adventurous.
I told y'all when she's like, I'd like you to apply pressure with your hand to my neck.
Oh.
And I was like, all right. And then I forgot you lose focus. And I was squeezing, but I was concentrating on other stuff. And I looked up and she was, I was like, oh my God, I almost killed her. Like, but she was like, no, that was awesome. Do that again. I'm like, no, man, I'm not cool with that.
All right.
Near-death
Like, I had
experience.
to tap out. I had to leave that relationship just because I was scared. I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody gonna die.
Wow.
So this was awesome. It was movie type awesome. But yeah.
Shout out to Josie.
Shout out to Josie. Josie was the business. All right, but she's the mother and married and stuff. So respectfully, hey.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
I would not have wanted to mention you like that, but these heathens made me. Okay. All
Sorry,
right.
Jocelyn.
Wow. So is that really you have not used the pass?
Nah.
And we got one more left.
We do have one more. I have a question, unless you have one.
We got a phone call.
Yeah, there's.
Here. Let's see here. Where we got Melissa on the phone. Melissa, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. You got a question for Davy. What's your question?
Okay, Davy. I know you've been with your girlfriend for a long time and eventually will most likely have kids. What quality and traits will make you a good father?
Oh.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh wow.
I have to think.
Let me get my finger on this button.
I think I have a lot of life experience. I've been on like both sides of the tracks.
That makes you a good parent?
Well, you can learn from my mistakes. I'm bilingual. I think that's a good quality. I'm patient. I'm fun.
His face is
I'm
so funny.
patient and I'm fun.
Yeah. And
Patience is
I'm wise. You can just hit the button on that one. Wise.
He is wise. Well, there we go. Davy has made it through the plead the fifth. I don't know if those ass answers work, but whatever. His wisdom is great.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
We're coming back with your workday kickoff, top of the hour, 9 o'clock. Davy has pled the fifth. Yeah.